What is up, guys? So today we're going to have Lex here buff my trunk just for now, because I mean we all know how long it takes to do an actual full car buff. We don't have that time, but I do have the fancy carbon fiber Revolution 9 that I want to put on my trunk finally. So going to just do the trunk for now, and then also for her little Lancer, we got these smoked LED like rear bumper light things. So we got a 2-for-1 today. Alright, so Evo X rear bumpers come off relatively easily. So you'll have one bolt right here in this general area. It's all the bolts are 10 mil. So you have one right here, and you got two body clips, the stupid screw ones, and then there's one of the ones you just take a screwdriver to pop the corner off right here, and that's obviously mirrored on the other side as well. And then underneath there should be 2 or 3. Yeah, there's one here, and I think one there, and then one here, and then again mirrored on the other side. And then you have a bolt here right in the middle behind the license plate, and you have one on each side right underneath the tail light. And then that should be pretty much it for hardware. So hopefully this comes up on camera. Looks like it will. But tons of swirls. This is the before shot. Yeah, I haven't buffed it since I've had the car, and it's been 7 years. But I keep putting new colors on it. So hopefully we can see the difference here. There we go. I should be able to see it pretty well. There's significantly less swirls.
I still have to do the finishing compound.
Yeah, that's just with the cutting compound. That's not polish or anything on top of it. And this was just, what, 10 minutes?
That was my first pass.
Yeah.
First pass with the V36, because the V34 didn't do as well as I wanted it to.
So, yeah. Just 2 passes, and maybe, 5-10 minutes. Just this little spot, and it's already looking significantly better.
Oops, sorry, this is V32. This is Chemical Guy's optical grade extreme compound, and a Chemical Guy's torque rotary. If you want to do this at home, it's pretty easy.
I'll try to throw a link down for parts. So, yeah, she's coming along pretty nice.
The final polish will probably help bring some of these out, or like the finishing polish, since some of them are like right on the edge. These are just compound runs.
She looks nummy.
Could be better.
Better than before.
I think McGuire's has better cutting and polishing compound, but for an at-home thing, McGuire's is stupid expensive for bottles of their compound.
And 3M.
Polish though, yeah.
So other than my 2 nipples that I got, this one being the worst one, she's minty. She hasn't had. She needs this. She needs a full one. And for the bumper, we're ready to pull it off. Everything else is just clips. There's a whole little rail thing here that has these clips on it. Also a little trick for getting these ones out that are right here. You can just take a Phillips head bit, and I put it into a pair of pliers, and they came out pretty nice. One thing to worry about these, the ends here. When you pull this out, you have to pull down on it slightly because there is like a little nipple that holds this on somewhere in here. So don't just pull directly out. You want to kind of down and out. Here's one installed and one not. The only thing I did notice, there is a larger gap between the bumper and the light here, but they are thicker to accommodate for the LEDs, so you don't have, so it actually diffuses correctly. Here's a better comparison. So you can see that it's obviously a little bit thicker, but I think it looks a lot better because it kind of comes more level with the bumper than the OEM reflector. So she got done doing her quick buffing on here. Looks phenomenally better than before.
It's still swirly. I don't have enough good of cutting compound for it.
Still way gooder than before. I don't know if I can get a good shot.
These pillars are like
Trashed.
The worst of your looking paint. But it's dirty, so it's hard to see.
Well, you can still see the swirls, I'm sure. But it's definitely gooder. I'm gonna put a coat of wax on it, and I'm just gonna give the whole thing a quick bath. And bumper lights are getting there. The ones that I got do have lights in them, obviously. And these are the Audi style VLANs, and I'm sure it's the same for OEM too, since it's in the harness. What I'm doing here is, obviously, I'm going off of this plug here. It has 3 wires coming off of it. It's actually the brake. So we got ground. This white one goes to the green one with white stripe, which is the running light, and then the red goes to the solid green one, which is the actual brake light. So when the running lights are on, the actual bumper lights turn on real dim like, and then with the brake being hit, they get a lot brighter. So we'll show you that once we get everything mocked up. Here is the daylight runnings on. As you can see, they're just dimmed. And then go ahead and show the brake. And it gets brighter. So those are from JDC Customs, or JD Customs USA. I believe they work for 10s and I think Outlanders too, oddly enough. So I'll put a link for those down in the description. And the trunk turned out amazing. I just threw the wing back on, so now it looks like an actual Evo. And it doesn't match at all anymore, but whatever. Whenever I get home, I'll try to figure out how to put the carbon Evo IX thing on. So yeah, she's looking good. What is up, guys? So I'm back home, and what we're going to try to do is get this nice and straight and center onto the Evo. Alright, so pretty much just took it apart from being up on top of each other and just laid it out. This is kind of sticky, so I'm hoping it will hold everything in place. Obviously I have 3M tape I have to take off, but I think this will be good. I think it's looking pretty good. So obviously you just have to take this green line off, and then take off all the 3M tape. And it is nice that they send this little thing, I guess. It just helps you line everything up really nice. So what I'm going to do now is measure out the trunk and try to find the good middle. I know it's going to be somewhere in this general area, so I just got to figure out where the middle was going to be at. Alright, so I ended up ditching the sticky tape that it came with and just went with some painter's tape, and I got it damn near perfectly centered left and right and about where I want it, up and down. I might go up just a little bit, I'm not sure yet, just because I have this center tape here kind of thrown off. There's this slight body line in the trunk where I'm trying to, it seems like it just needs to come up just a tinge to kind of set on top of that body line. So other than that, it's perfect left and right. It's about 1/8 of an inch off, which I mean, it's cool. But since I do got to remove this to kind of move it up just a little bit, hopefully it's still good. Alright, so I got it just off this body line. I'm sure you can see, I'm moving my hand around to try to show it, but the letters will be directly above that, so I think it will end up very good. So all it is just 3M tape. So I'll just take one letter off and place it and see how she looks. Alright, there we go. Looks pretty mint. Can barely see it. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. See you in the next one.